Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. So before starting, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also like the video. So today we are going to learn about the circulatory system, which is an organ system in the human body. So let's get started. So we know that the human body is made up of a number of organs. A number of organs make up an organ system. Now there are a number of organ systems present in our body too. The digestive system, the excretory system, the respiratory system and the circulatory system. Now, the circulatory system helps in the transportation of substances to and from different parts of the body. For example, when we digest the food, in the digestive system, when we break the food down and after that we digest the food, during the process of digestion, the nutrients absorbed. Now, where these nutrients after absorbing go? It is the work of the circulatory system to transport these nutrients absorbed during the process of digestion to transport to all the parts of the body. So, the circulatory system has parts, 3 different parts: heart, blood and blood vessels. So, first of all, we will learn about the heart, which is the main organ of the circulatory system. So, as I told, the heart is the main organ of the circulatory system. It acts like a pump and forces blood throughout the body. Now, this is the diagram of our heart. It is located in the left corner of our body in the chest cavity and is little tilted towards the left. Now we will see its structure. Now this is the human heart as you see. Now this is the vena cava and this is the aorta. Now we will learn about their functions in the part 2. This is the right auricle and this is the left auricle. Now what are auricles? Auricles are the 2 upper chambers of the heart. This is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. Now what is ventricle? Ventricles are the 2 lower chambers of the heart. Now partition. Now in these 2 parts, this is something like the vein and this is something like the you can say arteries. Yeah. So it is the vein and this is the artery. Now these 2 are different parts of the heart. Now they are separated through this partition. You see this? I have given this dot line. Yeah. Now these both parts are separated through this muscular wall. There is a muscular wall here. Now, while the heart pumps blood to all parts of the body and receives the blood, it makes a rhythmic movement. Now this rhythmic movement is known as the heartbeat. Now, the number of heartbeat means the number of times the heart beats in a minute makes up the pulse. Now you might have seen the doctor. Touching your wrist and he feels something seeing the watch. Now he feels your pulse. Now the number of pulse is known as the pulse rate. So this is the whole structure of the heart and its function. Now we will learn about the blood and its parts. So the blood is the most important part in the circulatory system because this is what the circulatory system is. Now the blood is a red colored fluid present inside the blood vessels. We will learn about the blood vessels after this. Now the blood consists of a liquid parts and a number of shells. Now the blood has a liquid part. Now that liquid part transports the nutrients, the waste materials, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Now the red blood cells. What? Now these are they are a type of shell present in the blood, in the liquid portion of the blood. Now what they help? They help to carry the oxygen all through the body and remove carbon dioxide. What do these white blood cells do? They help us to fight germs and infections which may have entered our body. Now platelets. These are something which you are familiar to. When you get hurt, think like you have got a cut here and after the blood flows. For some time the blood will flow. But after a few minutes or after a few hours, something white-like substance will come here. The red part will be not there. A white colored substance is formed. It makes a layer over there. Now this is the platelets. They help in clotting of blood. They help in the reducing the wastage of blood. So this is the function of the 3 of them. Now we will learn about the blood vessels. So, inside the body, blood flows through a network of tubes and channels. Now, these tubes and channels are known as the blood vessels. Now, there are different kinds of blood vessels too present in our body. They are arteries, veins and capillaries. different function, different structure, and all the things are different. They are very different from each other. Now, these arteries are deep-seated, which means, as you can see, this part, deep-seated means they have thick elastic walls. Now, they carry pure blood. They carry pure blood, which means oxygen-rich blood. The blood has oxygen in it. Now, veins. We knew that it is deep-seated and carries pure blood. But vein is just opposite to it. The vein carries impure blood, which means oxygen deficient blood. Now, these arteries can be seen in some parts of our body where they are close to the skin. But the places where they are close to the skin, they are thin, a little thin, but not so. But the veins can be seen as greenish blue lines. Now, capillaries. They are the most thinnest blood vessels. Now, they also have different functions. Now, arteries, as we knew that they are very thick, they are the thickest of all the blood vessels. Now, because they are thick, they don't reach all the organs and all the shells. Now, to reach every shell and every organ, we need something more thinner. The veins won't help. So, we have capillaries. Now, they branch into very fine tubes. These arteries branch into very fine tubes and form capillaries. Now, these capillaries are very thin, as you can see, and have only one shell thick, as you can see here. Now, after they have just produced all the nutrients, just gave all the oxygen, they then join together and then form veins. So, this is all about the blood vessels. So, this much for today, friends. Until then, bye-bye and thanks for watching. Also, wait for the part 2.